What's up, blood? This week on Thug Notes, Dumb Panties, Niagara Falling with Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert. Mama's boy Charles Bovary, so damn boring, he put my nuts to sleep just thinking about him. Brother eventually hop off his mama's titties, struggle his way through med school, and finally find a job grinding as a scrub-level doctor. One day, mama slang some old beezy named Heloise his way. And be like, drop your drawers, son, cause this your new wife. Yeah, she got a stick up her ass, but word on the street is she inherited some fat stacks. So Charlie and Heloise get hitched and move to the boonies. One night, Charlie B drops in at a farmer man's crib to fix his busted ass leg when ba-boom! The farmer's daughter Emma is fine. Woo! Charlie fiending so hard for that ass, he started making shit up just so he can stop by and peep game at Emma's saxalacious booty. Woo! Back home, Heloise get word that some shiesty lawyer jacked all her Benjamins, and bam! Girl drops dead. Now Charlie all cashed out, but hey, at least he's single again, party! So Charlie hoist up his nuts, holler at Emma, and they jump that broom together. But the married life ain't what Emma was expecting. Girl been thinking them cuffs would mean getting high off passion and romance 24/7, like she read in the books. But since chilling with Charles about as romantic as going to the DMV, girl got an itch that Charlie just can't scratch. Basically, she a freak. One night, Emma get a little taste of that baller lifestyle during a party at a fat crib. Emma peeped the scene and her panties immediately hit the floor. Now this is living. After that, girl rolling around mad depressed now that she know how other people shining while she's slumming it up with Charlie's weak ass. Charles decided he gotta get his woman to a different spot, so he packed their shit up and swang over to another hood. One evening, Emma meet Leon, a smooth-talking law student who all about that romance just like she is. Later, Emma pop out a baby girl named Barrett, but the only thing running through this girl's dome is Pimp Daddy Leon. Except Emma don't want society looking at her like she's some kind of rank hoe, so she put her feelings on lock. But it ain't easy not being sleazy, since Emma ain't putting out, and Leon got watermelon nuts by now. Fool like, psh, fuck this, and pieces out the parish. Next thing you know, another creased up player named Rodolphe drops by the crib, takes one look at Emma, and say, yeah, that girl needs to get fucked. Rodolphe start macking on Emma, and it ain't long till they getting buck wild on the reg. Emma's all up on this dude's nuts, wanting to run away with him and shit. Girl get in so deep, she start borrowing ends from some shady cat so she can buy swanky things to impress Rodolphe. But soon Rodolphe like, I done hit it and it's about time to quit it. So when she say, boy, let's run away together and you can hit this every night, he sent her a letter saying, nah, girl, I'm good. Thanks, though. Emma gets so toe up, she almost throws herself out the damn window and gets sick as a dog. By the time she recover, Charles buried under the bills she been stacking. So dude borrowed cash from that same shady cat, and now they balls deep in debt. Later, Charles decides to take Emma to the opera, where guess who be chillin'? Motherfucking Leon, who riding so clean now. Next thing you know, Leon and Emma creeping up to a hotel on a DL, where they spend all their time straight freaking on each other, doing it dirty. Thing is, girl keeps throwing cash around to make the affair that much funkier. Girl can't keep her legs closed or her pockets full. Eventually, they both get bored diddling each other's private parts and call it quits. But since she in so deep with the sharks, the fuzz come down on her ass and try to seize all of their shit. When things get desperate, she finds Rodolphe and offer him everything if he'll give her the ends. And I mean everything. At first he's stoked to see her, but when he recognized all she wants is that cheddar, he say, nah, blood, I already hit that. So she throw back some arsenic. Charles try to save her for a few hours, but she dead. Since Charles ain't got nothing but love for his girl, he sends her out like a G. One day he finds a bunch of love letters from Rodolphe and Leon. Oh shit, she was banging two dudes while I'm working my ass into the ground? Oh, hell no. Shortly after, he dies in his garden, and little Bert, remember her? Gets shipped off the grind at a cotton mill All day, every day. Damn. One of the dankest things about this text right here is the redonkulous attention to detail. Word on the street is that Flaubert will spend months just trying to write one damn sentence so that every word serves a purpose. Just check this mad flow right here. But as their outward familiarity grew, she began to be inwardly detached, to hold herself more aloof from him. Charles' conversation was as flat as a street pavement on which everybody's ideas trudged past, whereas man surely should know about everything, excel in a multitude of activities, introduce you to passion in all its force, to life in all its grace, initiate you into all mysteries. But this one had nothing to teach, knew nothing, wanted nothing. He thought she was happy, and she hated him for that placid immobility, that stolen serenity of his for that very happiness which she herself brought him. But by the end, neither one of them got any kind of happiness, that's for sure. I mean, how did things get so f***ed? Who gonna ride the beef for this mess? Should we blame Emma for letting her wild side get in the way of being a good wife and a mama? Or should we blame Charles for not putting in work up in the bedroom? What about Leon and Rodolphe? Or maybe it ain't the players we should be hating on, maybe it's the game. And if Flaubert's jam, the game is reality. See, Madame Bovary got mad cred in the academic streets for repping some shit called literary realism. Basically, this book is full of 100% real talk. Gustave ain't pushing fancy words on a reader to make life sound prettier than it is, so no matter how high these characters getting off their passions, Flaubert described their lives like it ain't no thing. For example, when Charlie B booking for miles just so he can peep game at Emma's ghetto booty, the text read like this. He went into the kitchen and at first failed to notice Emma. The shutters were closed. Flies were crawling over the dirty glasses on the table, buzzing as they drowned themselves in the dregs of the cider. Emma sat between the window and the hearth sewing. She had nothing round her neck and little drops of perspiration stood on her bare shoulders. Only a brother packing a rage and romance boner would bust ass that far just to peep game at a honey. But this passage written like the least romantic thing you ever heard. Flaubert's killer flow repping a bigger theme up in this piece. That beneath whatever romantic idea our characters got going on in their domes, there's reality. And a lot of times, reality don't always jive with your expectations. Charles thinking he got a legit marriage, but on the real, his woman getting wild with multiple dudes behind his back. Emma always thinking that she gonna live that romance life like in them novels, but on the real, she just getting played. But it ain't all depressing, baby. Our boy Flaubert got jokes too. Bruh slanging irony all up in his bitch to flex his dark sense of humor. For one, during Emma's funeral, Charles make damn sure she getting buried in her wedding dress to rep her purity. Purity? Emma? Bah! Or up at the agricultural fair, Rodolphe spitting game at Emma while another dude is announcing the winner of a manure contest. Basically, Rodolphe full of shit, but Emma blinded by it since she's such a damn freak. Nice one, Gustave. I see you, man. That's a good one. And maybe that's the point. Do our dreams got us by the balls so bad that we blind to the way they trip us up? Do they mess with our heads so much that we can't even see the decent life we got in front of us? Or maybe it's even more depressing. Maybe Flaubert preaching that no matter how hard we hustle to live our dream life, reality just gonna shit all over it. Should Emma have just set aside her fantasies and settled for that wife life? Or is chasing the life you want worth it, no matter the consequences? Hey, thanks for kicking it with your boy, man. Peace. Yo, thanks for kicking it with me today. Looking for your next great book? Why not dive into another literary classic by heading to audible.com/thugnotes and downloading Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, narrated by Rosamund Pike from Gone Girl. Or check out the Thug Notes book. It's got detailed breakdowns on 16 literary classics, including Pride and Prejudice. And it's narrated by me, your main man, Sparky Sweets. Audiobooks are a dope way to enjoy great stories while making the time fly, whether you're hustling at the gym or stuck in a long-ass commute. Audible makes it easy to enjoy their huge collection of audiobooks, original audio shows, comedy, and more, no matter where you are. Just go to audible.com/thugnotes to start a free 30-day trial. When you sign up, you can pick Pride and Prejudice, Thug Notes, or any book you want. Download it for free, and it's yours to keep forever, man. For more about Audible and to start your 30-day free trial with a free audiobook, go to audible.com/thugnotes to sign up. Huge thanks to Audible for sponsoring this video. And we've got more great Thug Notes on the way. So click here to check out our channel page and be sure to subscribe while you're there. Thanks for the support, y'all, and thanks for watching. Peace.